Black Lightning Season 2, Episode 3. Episode 4, in fact. This episode was another filler episode. Nothing really happened, but a lot of important story bits and character development happened in this episode. Sorry, I've got comics on the brain. This episode is definitely a focus on Jennifer and Khalil. It focuses more on Khalil's fear of Tobias Whale and why he fears him, and it focuses on Jennifer and how she's going to deal with her powers and her basically talking to this therapist. We also get a bit in the school. We get to see a bit more of the new principal. My fear did not come true. He is not a racist. He just doesn't really have much. He doesn't really care for the kids at the school. He's more just in it for the paycheck. So Jefferson Pierce is gonna fight for his place as principal back. He's gonna fight back against this. That's gonna be interesting to see how they deal with that and the Black Lightning stuff, because it feels like one is more important than the other at the moment. There is definitely a lack of political speak in this, which I love. I am so happy that they haven't chosen to bog down the show with politics again. They did that last season, and I didn't like it. I wasn't a fan, especially during the latter half of the season, where they had literally a retelling of what happened in fucking Charlottesville, and then they had the main villain of that season literally say that he'll make America great again. I don't want that bogging down my superhero show. So you can have that in there. You can have a little bit of politics, especially in a show like this where it is so political, and even the theme tune is somewhat political. I don't feel like that needs to be an overriding theme in the show as a whole. I feel like if it does continue with that, it may be for the worse, not for the better. Where I said with character development, we get a lot more of Khalil in this season, but since there's not really a lot to say about the episode itself, because it is a filler episode, I'm just gonna basically spout off what I want to see from the coming episodes in the coming season, and if it gets to season 3, what I want to see from that. A new main antagonist. Tobias Whale will eventually be defeated. And when he is, we need to bring in a new antagonist for Black Lightning to fight. I don't know who that could be at this point in time, but I feel like we need to bring in a more compelling villain for Black Lightning. Another thing, maybe cross over some of the other CW characters. Definitely characters like the Flash and Arrow. Maybe not Supergirl, but heck, maybe the Legends of Tomorrow. I feel like this needs to feel connected to that universe, and the only way I can see of doing that is by bringing in some characters from those shows. Heck, maybe bring in some of the villains. You could definitely put in some Flash villains into this show, and have Black Lightning see if he can fight some Flash villains, or heck, even have him fight Deathstroke. You know, I want to see Jefferson Pierce fight different characters, villains. I would love to see more superpowered threats that are less. I would like to see the kids in these pods amount to more than just, oh, they have powers but now they're dead. I would love to see like a team, like a almost rogues team develop out of these kids, and have them work for either Tobias Whale, whoever decides to, or whoever becomes a big prominent villain after Tobias Whale. Maybe one of these kids from the pods could become the next big villain or villainous character. There's another character in this that's kind of working with Lynn, with these pod kids. I want to see her develop a bit more and get a bit more screen time. Because I feel like she could be the next big villain, because she seems very crazy and psychotic, and I like that. So yeah, I want to see a bit more of that, a bit more craziness. A bit less of the drama and the teen stuff, a bit more crazy superhero stuff. A little less of a little less of Jefferson Pierce, a little more Black Lightning. Also, I'd like to see Thunder get a big shine. Hopefully Jen gets a suit in some capacity later on in the season, but who knows. That's pretty much all I have to say for this episode. It was another filler episode. But yeah, like I said, that's what I hope to see from the continuation of this season, and maybe into next season. If it does get a season 3, I very much doubt it, but if it does, if it gets severely better than this, if the action ramps up a bit more, and if the character development ramps up a bit more, we get some more villains. We get some more villains and we get some more craziness. We get new powers involved into the mix. Then maybe, very possibly, this could be a great show. But right now, it's just a bit average. It's flawed. But heck, wasn't One Arrow and The Flash and Supergirl flawed when they started, and now they're going into their 5th, 6th seasons, 5th, 6th, 4th seasons. So yeah, that's my thoughts on really Black Lightning as a whole, really the show as a whole, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I say at the end of every video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, click on all the lovely links in my description below, leave a comment in my comment section, and I'll leave you all there. Peace.